Hey guys, What a Beast here, back at it with another video, and today we're covering the update Varlamore and Summer Sweep Up combat tweaks. So we've been slacking on the channel, we haven't done any videos for the big new Varlamore update, but that's going to change soon because I've got some content filmed for the new fleshing mini game that they've got, and I've going to get into doing some delves now that they've updated the mechanics a bit. So the delve boss, as you probably already know, is the Doom of Mokkeotl, and it is a delve type boss, so you kill it and then it gives you the chance to either take your loot or go down, you know the drill. It just gets progressively harder. So they've now changed a few details for the Doom. So the main changes they've done is that the melee punish phase now ignores attack delay if the player is using melee. They've added a sparkly glow to the burrow hole, one of the unique items present. Replace triple bug spawns with a single giant grub that has double the health, explodes in a larger area and causes triple the punishment if it reaches the boss. Rockfalls no longer place a permanent rock on your position if you are hit by it while under the protection of the shield orb. The center tile of the shield orb now clears acid as it moves. The current delve level now appears in Doom's health bar. Unclaimed loot can now be retrieved from a chest in the lobby if you leave after pressing claim and leave. The loot interface can also be accessed from further away. They've made the charged attack particles smaller to reduce the change of misclicks. They've improved the Doom's click box to prevent players accidentally clicking through the boss. The holy water item now correctly one-shots ranged lava spawns during the fight. The holy water effect triggered upon killing the boss can now be activated by the bonus damage dealt from the melee punish and not just the primary damage splat. Special attack energy no longer regenerates between delve levels during loot collection or downtime between fights. And killing the Doom of Mokkeotl during the melee punish phase will now heal up to 24 prayer points, 32 HP and 25% special attack energy regardless of where you're standing. And this will also clear acid in a 3x3 area centered around water projectiles landing on the ground after the boss has died. So with these in play, it's making some of the mechanics more punishing, but at the same time making the acid less prevalent. It's going to make it a bit easier to get to deeper delves, but obviously mechanically in certain aspects it's going to be a bit more challenging, but just less aids in certain respects, so that's quite nice. The other changes they've done is they've reduced the chance of back-to-back rock throw attacks. Grubs now try to spawn further away from the boss, but still on the same side as the player. Melee grubs no longer spawn outside of the shield phase. They've added an extra tick, 0.6 seconds before the charge beam fires to give players more breathing room to deal with multiple attacks. Improved the visibility of the Doom of Mokkeotl's melee projectile by using a deeper red colour, matching the one used for Leviathan. The Eye of Ayak now instantly kills magic grubs and ignores attack delay. Cannons no longer be placed in any delve level. And added elite clue scrolls to the loot table with a drop rate of 1 in 75 for delve levels 1 to 2 and 1 in 50 for later delves, which with the stackable clues is now a really good update. So with the Doom rages below, things have been ticking along nicely back on the surface. Here are a few more Varlamore updates. Bell totems now correctly count towards the total minigame items in the collection log overview instead of the other total. The Proud Spire agility shortcuts now show up correctly in agility level up messages. Using the Eye of Ayak's special attack no longer causes the click box to change. Custodian Stalkers now correctly appear in Slayer level messages instead of jellies. The orange hat is now storable in the POH. And highlighting the gemstone crab's shell will no longer highlight random spiky shapes outside of the shell. And adjusted the reclaim cost and PvP drop of the Arkham Blade from 75,000 to 250,000 GP to more accurately account for its power. Cool, so with that all being covered, they've now changed and, well, rather revealed the drop rates for the items in the raids. So the Mokkeotl cloth is on delve level 2, 1 in 2,500. I won't read all these out because there's a lot of numbers here, but basically 1 in 2,500 for delve level 2 and then 1 in 540 for 9+. Eye of the Yak is 1 in 2,000 on delve level 3 and 1 in 540 from level 9+. The treads are on delve level 4, 1 in 1,350 and then in 9+ are 1 in 540. The pet drop rate begins at 1 in 1000, and then anything 9 plus is 1 in 250. And the regular loot quantities are at a minus 50% debuff at level 1, but then from level 9 plus are plus 20%. So what this means is you won't get any uniques on level 1. Starting at level 2 you have a small chance to get the Mokoyotl cloth used to make the Confliction gauntlets. Level 3 you begin getting a chance at the Eye of the Yak, and then at level 4 you've got a chance to get the Avernic Treads. As you progress, your chances improve for all 3 uniques. After level 8 and from wave 9 and onwards, all 3 uniques drop at the best drop rate. So just keep pushing to deeper levels to get all of the uniques you need. In terms of the Antler Guard and the Custodian Stalkers, so the different ones drop at a different rate. The mature ones 1 in 800, the Elders 1 in 650, and then the Broken Antlers and the Alchemist Signet, they're both fairly common, so get killing those if you want to get a new unique. Now for the summer sweep up of combat, they're doing it sort of on a weekly or every now and then basis, just slowly bringing in changes. So there's now a warning message when depositing inventory or worn equipment in the deposit pot in Tower. The Warden's Skull Bombs can no longer land underneath the obelisk. Further refined Zebak's waves to stop the player from getting pushed closer to Zebak when attacking. Duke Mushrooms and Salts now stack properly if your inventory is full and if you have one held. The Accursed Scepter A can now correctly use its special attack without setting an autocast. And they've changed a few stats on, so Dragon Stab defense lowered from 0 to 5. Tazhar now correctly 40% weak to water spells. Makes sense because they're made of fire, and the Giant Mole is now 50% weak to earth instead of water. They've fixed a graphical issue in Krondis, reduced the number of tornadoes spawned by the Blue Moon, which is kind of cool. Halberds can now do damage to Vespula while flying, sort of in line with the change they've done to Zulrah. Decreased Iron Man's minimum damage threshold from 10% to 7% for group wilderness bosses, and there's now a quick leave option while fighting Bryophyter and Obor. So with that, the rest of the update is merch related, so if you like merch, go onto the OSRS page, click on there and get some nice little figures. And those are all on pre-order. And then the other changes they've made are login tip change for compost potions, who cares. Players can now attack again immediately after hitting Zebak's drugs with magic, as with range. Corrected grammar in Monkey Madness 1, huge change. The Westar Dome teleport spell is now correctly filtered if you lack the requirements. Tazana's quiver now preserves its progress towards being blessed when Purdue applies a shroud of parchment to it. Fixed a bug where the small fishing nets in the Sunset Coast and Shipwreck Cove could not be picked up by Iron Man. You can now fill your herb sack with grimy herbs in the first slot of your inventory. Clearing all placeholders in the seed vault no longer changes which seeds you have favorited. The first option on placeholders in the seed vault is now correctly labelled as remove placeholder. The Geomancy spell interface no longer incorrectly displays the Twibo One-Eye Calquat patch or the Drainer Manor Belladonna patch. The Investigate option on the smash window in Sinclair Mansion during King's Ransom now correctly reflects whether it is broken or repaired. Torag the Corrupted now strikes twice with his hammers, matching their dual hit behaviour when wielded by players. The Bone Dagger's special attack now correctly guarantees a hit on Kefri when used on the first hit. Brunt's clue scroll has been updated to reflect the increased population of his town, and reduced visual snapping caused by animations which have not yet loaded into the game. And for desktop clients only, set the max FPS on the title screen to 60 frames per second, cap the in-game frame rate to your display refresh rate, and improvements to the stability and quality of the legacy software renderer. Now, with that being said, they've added some new worlds. This is to sort of cope with the increase in popularity of the game, so a lot of World of Warcraft players joining nowadays. And then I think lastly is set sail at MCM as OSRS takes the stage, so they're going to Comic Con. If this is something that intrigues you, then that's a XL London centre stage on Saturday 25th of October, and they'll be talking about the new skill of sailing, so exciting times. Hopefully that goes well. And then I believe the rest of the things in the article here are just sort of winners of competitions and stuff, so well done to Scar and a Wild Fox, and well done to Chicken, and well done to Reddit. Oh no, I'm not going to say good luck to Reddit people, sorry. And then PvP rotors changed, but that's about it for these updates. Pretty decent changes, and I'm looking forward to more stuff next week. But as always, it's been What a Beast. You have a lovely rest of your day. Take care.